chickpea tuna or just our salad, however you want to call it. You make it yours. I actually am going to put a little bit of kelp flakes or kelp granules in mine. Kind of gives it that CE kind of flavor. If you don't like that flavor, leave it out. And I mix mine up all the time just by changing the herbs that I put in it just to keep it fresh and exciting. Sometimes I put cilantro in it. It just all depends. So how I make it kind of 50-50, I'm going to add some onion. And I'm actually just going to throw that into our food processor. And I'm going to pulse that down. So to make our chickpea tuna salad, we're going to use hearts of palm. And these are very soft. I'm just going to cut those up a little bit. And you don't have to. Food processor is going to do it all for you. And a can of chickpea. So that kind of makes it 50-50 because the hearts of palm is a non-starchy and our chickpeas are the starch. Now, I did chop up a bunch of celery, but I'm going to add that into a bowl afterwards because I like my celery to have the crunch. I don't want it to be all chopped up in there. And now for the dressing, instead of using a mayo or whatever, I'm actually going to blend this first. Then I'm going to add a little bit of hummus. So a lot of times I'll just take another can of garbanzo beans, chickpeas, and I'll blend them with a little bit of water. But I have a ton of hummus. We had a little get-together. Everybody brought veggies and hummus over. So I have a ton of hummus to use. So I figured instead of just opening another can, I'm just going to use the hummus that I have. And so I'm going to add in some of my seasonings and a little bit of smoked paprika. Again, a little bit of the kelp granules, and I'm half a teaspoon. I play around with the flavors, and you guys know that. It just depends on the day, what I'm in the mood for. A little dill weed here. This isn't opening up for me. There we go. If you had fresh dill, a lot of times I have fresh dill because I like fresh dill for my salads. A little bit of garlic. And I always go light on the first go around until everything kind of gets mixed. And I'm also going to do some fresh parsley. This is going to be my fresh herb this time. I was kind of debating between this and cilantro, but the parsley needed to be used more than the cilantro, so it's going to get used. So we're going to blend this first, give it a couple of twirls, and then we'll see where we are, and then we'll add in the hummus as the binder. And again, my food processor is not the best, so I do have to scrape down a couple of times to get everything blended. Almost there. So I think at this point I'm going to add in the hummus. Yeah, I'm going to blend it just a little bit more, and then I'm going to... I think that's perfect. Because I like mine to still be a little bit chunky. I couldn't actually find pitas this week, so I actually found these sandwich skinnies. They have a gram of fat. That's the best I could do. My Aldi was totally out of the whole wheat pitas that are 0 fat, but they're still vegan, so they're still going to work. And I actually have some sprouts. So if you saw my last video, I was sprouting. So my sprouts actually, I've been eating them, but my sprouts worked out, which was lovely. So quite excited about that. Just try sprouts. Sprouts are really good for you. So let me just taste this before I put in the hummus, just to see if it needs like more garlic or... more garlic. More dill. A little more kelp. There we go. Okay. I'm going out, put it in the bowl. A lot of this is already kind of mashed together. I don't need it super, super smooth. I don't even think I really need. I'm only going to add a little bit of my hummus. And again, you do it the way you like it. I'm just going to add a little bit of hummus just to smooth it all out a little bit. But this is actually really well smoothed together. And I think it needs a little bit of salt. Sea salt. And some black pepper. And then there you go. And that's already 50-50. So once I add, oh, see what happens? I always forget something, right, guys? Okay, now with the celery in there and the onions, it's already over 50-50. So when I add in with my pita, again, I'm not going to stress myself. I'll add some cucumbers and stuff on the side or in here with my sprouts, maybe a slice of tomato, and then that's going to bring me right over to a 50-50. I'm not even going to worry about it too much. We're ready to go. So those will basically probably be my lunches for the week. I'm all set to go. Super easy.